Hello everybody and welcome back to a new video. Yes. Today we're back with a new episode. We got a lot to talk about. A few position players have signed. A lot of pitchers have signed. Minnesota lose 2 big pitching pieces. Cardinals add 3 pitching pieces. 2 big free agent starting pitchers are off the market. Let's just hop into it. So starting off with a little smaller deal, but I still think it's a pretty good deal for the team that has signed. Paul DeJong is going to the White Sox in a 1-year deal worth 1.75, but can go all the way to $2 million with incentives. Paul DeJong not coming off a great season. He hit 207, 14 home runs, a 613 OPS, a 355 slugging, in 372 at bats. Really not a good year. Started with the Cardinals, ended up with the Blue Jays, got let go of the Blue Jays, went to the Giants, but altogether a very terrible year altogether. It wasn't a good year. I think it's a good pickup because he's a very good defender. White Sox just need to fill their team up right now because they're not going to be good for a while. He's going to be taking over the place of Tim Anderson. I think he's a good fit. If he can have a good year, you get to flip him. It doesn't cost much. This is really okay. We need somebody there for this year. Let's get Paul DeJong. If it works, if it doesn't mean much. Moving on to the second position player who is signed, and the only 2 that I know of. If I'm missing somebody, please leave it in the comments. But we're moving on to the Dodgers re-signing Jason Hayward to a 1-year, $9 million deal. Great signing. Jason Hayward, who over the last 4 years before this season was pretty horrendous, but he's coming off a year where he hit 269, 15 home runs, 813 OPS, 473 slugging, 40 RBIs, and 334 at bats. He had a very good year, more of a platoon role, but he played perfectly in LA, where they really found what he needed later in his career, because he's, as I said, has been horrendous the year before. Very much just a filler option. He's going to bench a lot, but he's going to be playing platoon role when he's feeling good against the righties. A good bench bat if you need a DH late in the game. A very good move for the Dodgers. A veteran piece also with the young guys. So this is a great move. He had a good season, and he's likely to continue it into 2024. Now moving on to the first of 2 Minnesota Twin players that have left the Twins. Starting off with Kenta Maeda signing a 2-year deal with the Tigers. In 2024 he will be making $14 million, and in 2025 will be making $10 million. So over 2 years he will be making $24 million. Before we talk about the second player from the Minnesota Twins that left, we got to talk about 3 pieces that the Cardinals picked up. Starting off with Kyle Gibson, that just signed a 12-year deal for 1 season with a club option for 2025. Now we're moving on to the second pitcher that the Cardinals signed, being Lance Lynn, is coming back to where he started his career in St. Louis, signing a 1-year deal worth $10 million. So moving on to the final starting pitcher that the Cardinals signed, and also a former Minnesota Twin, the second pitcher that did leave, being runner-up for Cy Young in the American League in 2023, Sonny Gray. The last 2 moves I said were not amazing, but they were good and for what they needed. Sonny Gray is a fantastic move. He's going to slot in perfectly to your ace spot. He's making $75 over 3 years, so $25 million a year, a club option for 2027. But you know what you're going to get. The reason they got those 2 other guys in Kyle Gibson and in Lance Lynn is because Sonny Gray doesn't usually go more than 6 innings. He's going to give you 5 shutout innings, going to give you 6 shutout innings, max giving 1 to 2 runs. But he's not going to have many bad starts. Great move from the Cardinals. He is a little older, but I think the way he pitches and going to St. Louis where he wants to be, I think it's a perfect fit. And I think it's going to make him even better, hopefully. And he's going to go play for a team that has even a better chance to win than Minnesota, in my opinion. Now moving on to the final player who signed that I know of. I may have missed people, as I said. If I did, leave it in the... So now we got the biggest piece that has signed so far this offseason, absolute blockbuster deal. Aaron Nola has signed a 7-year deal, $172 million to stay with the Philadelphia Phillies. We've heard that he took a pay cut this year because he wanted to stay with Philadelphia. So that's awesome to see all these players that love playing for Philly. He had an offer from the Dodgers. I think he had an offer from maybe the Yankees. I'm not sure. And the Braves. But, another guy, he kind of fits in the same mold as Kyle Gibson and Lance Lynn in the regard that he's going to pitch every 5 days. He does not miss a start. He stays healthy. But what he does better than all those pitchers is he limits the runs. He strikes out even higher than most. He's a really good pitcher, and when he goes in the postseason, he is amazing. His postseason stats have been fantastic. Even last year, it was a very down season, very much of a down season compared to the year prior. But look, 4.46. What do you want? 193 innings. What do you want? He still pitched almost 200 innings, but the year prior, 3.25. Amazing. 205 innings. Amazing. The year prior, 2021, 4.63. Yes. 180. Still high up there. 2020, 3.28 and 71 innings. That's great. The year before, 3.87 and 202. Amazing. The year before, 2.37, 212. He's going to give you about 200 innings a year, which is amazing. He's going to pitch every 5 days, as I said earlier. His ERA is going to be around 3 to 4. I don't think it's going to be 4 as it was. But he has some great starts. He has some blow-up starts, and those are blow-up starts that kind of make his numbers go even higher. But he is a very good pitcher. He's a top-of-the-rotation pitcher. He's a 1-2. Great pairing with Wheeler, and I think being in Philadelphia is amazing. Maybe the down season was because he was nervous for free agency. Now he's going to come back with a healthy contract, length contract, making the money he thinks he deserves, being somewhere where he wants to be and being sure of it for the next 7 years. Great fit. He's going to have a great season. So altogether, fantastic moves that have come in baseball over the last few weeks. I'm excited to see what else is going to come from it. I'll keep you guys all in touch, intact, keep it all out there. Tell me what you guys think in the comments. Who has the best pickup so far? Who's going to go where? Did I miss somebody? If I did, who did I miss? Please leave it in the comments, and I'll see you guys all next time. Peace.